Hello everyone, Caitlin here with the Scrapbook Blessings Club hop video for the month of May. Today we were challenged to use these beautiful images from my Besties digital and rubber stamps, as well as making a step fold card. So as you can see here from the side, this is a step fold card. This is probably like my first official step fold card. I don't think I've ever made one before, so I had to look up a tutorial on how to do one, but I really like how this one came out. I especially like this one because it fits in a regular A2 sized envelope. So this is like a normal piece of A2 sized cardstock, just cut differently. So I'll start by giving you some of the cuts and dimensions. So first I cut this to a normal A2 size card, so it's 11 by 4 1/4. And then I cut this little middle piece out. So this is 2 inches wide, or you can just cut an inch in from each side. And then you score it 1 inch, 2 inch, and 6.5 inches just to the inside cuts that you made. And then you'll flip it over and do a score line on the 5.5 mark, only on the middle section here. Again, there's a lot of tutorials online that'll actually teach you how to make this, but since this is my first one, I decided I would just do a project share instead of an actual tutorial. But I did this image first before I did the rest of the card. That way I knew the color scheme I wanted to do and all of that. So again, this is a My Besties digital image. She is adorable, perfect for spring and summertime. I decided to go with a spring theme this time. So I used a bunch of my Reeves watercolor pencils. These are my favorite colored pencils, not just because they're watercolor pencils, but any kind of colored pencil. These ones are my favorite that I have. These are the colors I used. If you have this set, I don't think they have names, but I used the gold color for her hair and for her necklace. There's 3 blues here. I used the light blue and the medium blue on her bow, the light blue and the medium blue, oh maybe I only used 2 blues. The light blue and the medium blue on her skirt, and then just the light blue for her shirt. So I used 2 blues, adding more detail with the darker blue. I used 2 purples as my main colors. I know there's not a lot of purple usually used in card making or scrapbooking, so I decided I should dive into the purple game here. So I used the light purple for her hat and the dark purple for her shoes, and details for the light purple. So these go really well together. I also used the green. This is like a lime green. I don't use this color that often, so I'm really glad I got to use it on this card. I used it for some of the details on her bonnet as well as in her skirt. So I used this lime green, and then I used this light peach coral color that looks like it's splitting, but I used this color for her skin tone. This set does not come with a great skin tone color, I've realized, or a fair skin tone color, but that's the one I tend to use. So once I had that all sketched in, I didn't do anything fancy with the watercolor pencils this time. I just shaded her in nicely and delicately. I didn't want to push the harsh dark lines too far off, because as you can tell, like even her eyes aren't that dark. Yeah, you can kind of tell. They almost look gray, and that's just because my printer settings aren't correct and I don't know how to change them exactly, so it saves ink by printing everything in gray, but it almost looks like it was a no line watercolor sort of look. So I like how that turned out. But once I was done coloring her, I just trimmed her out using some scissors. If you have a scan and cut or one of those machines that'll cut them for you, this is a perfect image to have. Again, my Besties will be linked down below in case you want to pick up any of the digital stamps or the rubber stamps, but I really like this one. Some of the other ladies in this hop will use other images, so there's lots of inspiration using a bunch of their products. So now for all the paper that I decided to choose, I used 2 paper pads by the same company. They're these ones, mainly the Kathy Davis Journeys Purple and the Kathy Davis Journeys Blue. I don't know why they have the same name, but they are different. Maybe, see, but there's nothing like distinguishing them except their barcode. One ends in a 5 and one ends in a 6. Anywho, I used the purple one twice. So I used this background piece here. It has a bunch of words on it, so I cut another little sample piece. So it says like courage, gratitude, laugh, love, heart, live, grow, change, that sort of thing. Thought that was cute. And then I also used this purple piece back here, which actually just has a subtle pattern in the background, but these 2 spiral looking pieces here were on the other side of this paper. So once I cut those out, I just trimmed them down. These are about 1 by 4.5. And then this piece, this like Tetris looking T shape, was very hard to cut out. I just basically traced it onto my paper and then that's how I did it. But probably an easier way, this part right here is about 1 inch wide, and then again this one's 2 inches wide. Then I'd use this light blue paper right behind my little darling image here, and that's from the blue set, and it's this paper right here. So it's identical to the purple paper, just in the blue and green color scheme. I don't believe these paper pads are available anymore. I purchased these at Joann's a couple years ago. It looks like they were copyrighted in 2012, but I don't think I bought it that long ago. Maybe I did. Anyway, so those are the papers I used, and then onto the embellishments. This was my sentiment for the card. This is a wood veneer piece from American Crafts. They used to sell these little jars that came with like little doodads, envelopes. Each jar was different, but one came with this wood veneer piece, so I'm glad I finally got to use that. I think I picked that jar up at Tuesday morning, so if you're still looking for something that's unique with embellishments and stuff. I don't have the jar here anymore, but it's a really cute like fake mason jar. It's just plastic, but still cute. So I picked that up at Tuesday morning, and then I wanted to bring in some more lime green, so I have this washi tape here that is actually from the dollar store, but it matched beautifully, so I decided to use this. I don't think I've ever used this on a project before, so I'm really excited to have used that. I will recommend that you will need a ruler for this project. I like my little Cricut ruler here, but I also have a T-square in case you're making a bigger step fold card, but that's what I like to use. And lastly, to finish off this card, I used the catscrappiness.com Tricks Mix sequin mix. I won this in one of her giveaways, but she has so many sequin mixes on her shop, so go check them out. But I used 3 up here in one cluster, and then 3 down here in another cluster, and then I put 2 little green ones by the hello, so you can kind of see them shining there. I try to keep with the purple, blue, and green theme on the outside. So that is my step fold card. I'll have everyone else in the hop linked down below so you guys can check them all out. Be sure to join us in the June challenge coming up in a couple of days. It's all the whole entire month of June, but we're just making step fold cards, so here's some inspiration for you. But again, please join us for the rest of this hop, and if you comment on all the videos, you'll be entered to win something from my besties. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!